Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make this one come up a treat. I don't know how big it's going to be. It's going to be a black and white. Maybe lighten it. We're going to leave it. We're going to just okay, let's see what we have. We have here, it's a brain teaser, and on the back of it, this is made by an artist. Original was an artist called MC Escher, and this is, I guess is what it's supposed to look like when you fixed it. And this is someone doing the puzzle and not finishing it. Some of it looks like it's been finished, but the rest of it's all jumbled. It's a brain teaser of some descript, one of those. Not easy things to do, I must say. So it's an A6 there, and a bit bigger than an A6. I'm going to just keep it at 100 to start with, because we've got to make a master copy. I think we've wasted some black tone of that just quietly. We're just going to stop the job, and we're going to put the dock feeder on it so we don't have as much black. We don't want to waste toner if we can avoid it. Deep breath. Anyway, that looks really quite, yeah, it looks a bit small, and we've got some of the puzzle pieces that have slipped out of position. I do like to have them all, maybe we could leave it like that, or maybe, I don't know how that happens. This is the piece this side here, so I'm just going to make that now. These ones are going to slide. I'm just going to go with gravity and just have it like that. So we're just going to enlarge that off if we could, if we have to. So I'm just going to just gently flip it over and try again. I think we might have to lighten it further, I do think, or maybe we'll leave it. I've heard of MC Escher. I'm not a big, I don't go into all the arts and arty-farty shit that art is all about. I'm certainly not an art scholar. I never even did well at school as in the arts to study. I never was interested in what was going on at school. I was too interested in what I did on the photocopier as a budding young artist back in the school days. Ah, fuck it. Going 190 by 190. But I never was interested enough in school. School was a horrible place. I got teased, I got bullied. I had loads of expectation heaped upon my head by the teachers, by my parents, even my brother. So I had all these expectations. It caused me a lot of stress, a lot of heartache. And I really hated school. School was a shithole. School's meant to be a place where you can be inspired and you learn new things, but it doesn't always end up like that. It can be a nightmare. It can be I never liked school, even though I've always been a curious person. But school never aroused any kind of curiosity. If anything, it caused more destructive thoughts and destructive behaviours, maybe a little bit. Self-destructive as in hating yourself, that sort of destructive behaviour. Now that looks interesting, but we need it bigger. But basically school just didn't provide me with the sense of curiosity, being satisfied and all the rest of it. So I really felt school was an area where hatred abounded. All those horrible students that I had to share space with keep fucking up. So I just couldn't fit in with the curriculum. I just didn't like the curriculum. I didn't like the kids. So school was a place of hatred, turning something that should be an adventure into a fucking nightmare. No wonder I hated learning, or that's how it appeared anyway. It appeared like I hated learning, but I just didn't like the way it was being presented. And it was just horrible. But as often as it happens, I'm a survivor. I survived school. I survived the shit that they heaped upon my head. And I'm trying to make a difference in my world as a photocopier artist. Trying to use my talent and leverage it for all it's worth. It's worth a lot more than the shit I dealt with when I was at school, that's for sure. I'm going to just push it across even further to get rid of that. But at least I don't have to deal with school anymore. I don't have to put up with the bullshit, the shit, the crap. Trying to be creative, even though my past really hurts. I've done some stupid things, partly due to the bullies and their ways. You could say bullies, teasers like this, teaser, get it? Oh, sorry, that was not a funny joke, but that's the kind of shit I copped at school. Teasers and bullies were more prevalent than nice people, and I couldn't get away from it for long. It was like as long as I was around people, trouble would be given to me. So as long as there were people around, other kids, that ensured that I couldn't have any peace and quiet and enjoy my space at school. So I couldn't enjoy any peace, even in the library. So I had to fucking live with this shit, and I just couldn't deal with these bitches and bastards in the school, in the yard, in the classroom, wherever there were people, there was trouble. Wherever there were people, there was trouble. There wasn't much time when there was no people to deal with. So yeah, I'm just glad I'm not there anymore, that I don't have to put up with this shit. I feel like I've wasted, my school days were wasted. just couldn't get any peace and quiet as long as there were people around. There was always a bully or a teaser lurking, or a bunch of them. More often there were more groups of them rather than just a single one. When they're in their groups, they treat you like fuck. Now this looks shit house. I do think maybe we're just going to make this a positive. I forgot what setting I had in the positive mode, whether it was second lightest or the fullest lightest. But basically I just couldn't avoid being hassled in some way by these bitches. Don't know if we set the mirror image, but basically I just couldn't avoid the crap, and it really hurt that I couldn't have any kind of peace in the fucking, whether it be in the classroom, in the playground, in the library, in the canteen, anywhere. There was always some shitheads giving me a hard time. And I hope bad karma finds you fucktards who fucked up my school life. No, I really have no respect for these bitches. And they ruined my relationship with my brother because they were teasing him about me. And now my brother is a bully and he hates my guts, and I'm over it. And I want something to happen to these bitches from school. And they are bitches. They're dogs. Fucking dogs. Ruining my life and ruining my family. Fuck, I hate that. They've done their fucking dash and they fucking achieved what they came to achieve. Screw you all, bitches. Killarney Heights High. Go fuck yourselves. Now that looks really quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.